Hi everyone, welcome to Friday Night Live. Saturday Night Live. On the days next up. Welcome to Cook Harry Free and Alpha Golf Nancy. It's Friday night, not Saturday night. So it's been one of those days. I'm going to attempt to make raw bread, and then I remember I said Wednesday night we were going to try and make burgers with split peas. I have the split peas soaking, so you just never know. We'll try that too. So thank y'all for being here. That's Miss Carla. Thank you for TV watchers. Those will be in the chat. Those hiding in the bushes. Those who will watch the replay, I greatly appreciate it. It's been one of those days. I woke up, hey Carla, sweet, and my phone somehow with my photos and videos I have, repeated them not once, not twice, but 3 times. Then took videos. That's the oven I preheated. Then took videos that I had made and took man, I was saying like a slideshow, but each individual little section all by itself. And I'm like, I was looking at this, I'm like, all right, this is a video. Why is this a separate picture? And it's like each frame of the video I made, each frame is set out. And I'm just like, what is going on with this thing? I was like, so between that and some other editing all day long, I'm just like, you're kidding me. I'm like, I put the phone to the side. I said, I'll do with that later. But yeah, they got rye flour for me. So I'm going to try to make this bread. I want to, try some different bread. So on the back of here, it says 2 1/4 teaspoons active dry yeast, 1 1/4 cups of warm water, 1 1/2 teaspoons of molasses, 1 tablespoon of oil, 1 1/3 cups of red mill artisan bread flour. Well, I don't have the artisan. I have the King Arthur's bread flour. 1 cup of the rye flour. 2 tablespoons of bottled wheat gluten. I don't have that because I didn't know I needed that. And then 1 tablespoon of caraway seeds, which we don't have, and then 1 1/2 teaspoons of salt. So we're going to wing it. I have looked at different recipes and they're all so different. So what we're going to do, I want to use this oat flour instead. And we'll see how that goes. Because even this says with the oat flour, then baking, then rolled oats. I'm like, oh my goodness. So we're going to get this going and see how it does. Everything. So the first thing it says, sprinkle yeast over water and molasses in a large mixing bowl and let sit for 5 minutes. Right. So I've got my yeast right here. I'll put that on the grocery list because we'll need some more. Now, I don't know about y'all. They're calling for us to have snow Sunday and a lot of snow. So I was like, it's bread baking time. So I will get the measuring spoons. I was almost all ready. down just in case. Alrighty. So we got our baking. We'll leave that there. Put that there. So we need 1 1/4 cups of warm water. So let me go get that. Let's push this up to this bowl. All right, so we got our water. Put our yeast in here. It's been sitting in the cabinet, but our cabinets are not warm because there's no insulation. There's the yeast, and it says 1 1/2 teaspoons of molasses. So we're going to try to do this. All right, so there's 1. Da 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 da. Da, da, da. Probably need that little spatula. That's all right. There we go. That's about 1 1/2. Drizzle, 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 drizzle. I usually don't. It says 1 teaspoon. Sprinkle yeast, water, molasses, and mixing bowl. Let it sit for 5 minutes. But it doesn't say to stir it. But I think I should stir it. All right, so we get that done. So yeah, it was like yesterday it was like 65, and then today our high was really not a low because it was like 60 this morning or so, and as soon as the wind started, it dropped fast. So we're like 20 degrees colder today at this time than we were yesterday. So let's see here. Yesterday it was supposed to be 57. We were warmer than 57, and then now we're at 35. Feels like 28. So winter has come back. Yep. Sunday, snow. So we're going to put 5 minutes on the timer and let that set. So I like, growing up having rye bread, I never knew it was caraway seeds. So we just picked the seeds out of the bread. I was like, I didn't know that till like a few years ago. I was like, if I had known that, I would have ate this. That's pretty cool. It's caraway seeds. We didn't know what kind of seeds it was. They just said it was good for you. So I'm like, I don't have any of that. But we're going to try this and see how it comes out. We'll try it together first and then I'll make a video for it. Yeah, like I said, I've got videos and everything, and then something happened with my phone or the SD card and everything, and everything just went crazy. So instead of editing for those videos to upload, I had to go through, which I still haven't finished, and like delete pictures that are actually in videos that actually just separate the whole video into like different frames. Like you had like the old timey projector when you had growing up, and then the film was in, each part was a frame, and so it was a reel, and it went on, and you see the movie. Well, that's what this did on my phone, and I'm just like, what is going on? So that's what I'm dealing with that. And I think it did it one time before, a few years ago. And I don't know, we still don't know what it was. So I'm like, okay, we just sit here and take our time so I don't lose any videos, which all the videos are uploaded anyway, except for the last couple of ones. But I gotta go in and edit those so I can upload to the channel. And I'm like, always a distraction. Ever felt like that? It's like, ooh. So I do have the oven preheated, good, but we're supposed to let this sit for an hour to rise. We'll see how long we'll let it sit. Because I got other things I could do with the oven. I don't know. We'll see. But I am going to work on the lentil burgers. We're going to try and see if we can make those. I guess I should turn the oven on. I was thinking, I was like, because one video I watched, the guy let it sit for an hour. Somebody let it only sit for 30 minutes. And, it's supposed to double in size and everything. And I'm like, well, I'll just go ahead and preheat the oven for an hour, maybe. Yeah, because it's not chilly and it's nice upstairs. So it's not too hot upstairs, and it's not, it's warm. It's not too hot because everybody knows heat rises and cold falls, which I don't mind do at nighttime because it helps you sleep better when it's cold. That's what I'll just turn that off right now. So every so often, like I get hot and then I get cold. I think it's just me. I'll take my jacket off. Whee! Oh, it landed on the table. Yay! Oh, I gotta show y'all this. It's actually proofing. Look at that! That's so cool. Because I always use sugar. Maybe I only use molasses from now on instead of the sugar. I think that's pretty cool. Oh, well. And I got me some tea over here. Oh, goodness gracious. I should have used the spatula to get the rest of the molasses out, and I didn't. It was all over the counter. Oh, well. tastes good. And there is the 5 minutes. Alrighty. Let's see here. Let's put these away. Alrighty. So now it says add remaining ingredients. Mix until the dough pulls away from the sides of the bowl. Turn dough into a lightly floured counter. Knead for 10 minutes or until you can stretch a small portion of the dough into a thin membrane. So we need 1 tablespoon of oil. I'll just set those things over there. So I got 1 tablespoon of oil. It says 1/4 cup of artisan bread flour. I'm going to use oat flour and let's see how this works. So 1 3/4 cup. I don't think there's 1 3/4 cups in here. Well, we have 1 cup. We have 1 1/4 cup. Alright, so that's 1 1/4 cups of oat flour. And then you need 1 cup of the rye flour. So I'm wondering if I can do the more rye flour to make up for it. Like I said, we're going to wing it. Try to make it so it won't dump everything in the bowl. Yeah, I've seen those on my videos. But it's a work smarter, not harder. Okay, so that's 1 cup. And we'll do like there we go. 1/2. And we need some salt. So it says 1 1/2 teaspoons of salt. And there's our salt. And now we're going to mix it. So y'all can see what's going on. That's what it's looking like. So it's not really forming to a dough ball with the oat flour, so I might have to go get some regular flour, the bread flour. I will be right back. Alright, so I got a cup of bread flour. So what I'm going to do is just add 1/4 of a cup at a time, just so that we can just test this out. It's starting to get a little sticky. Oh, that worked. It's starting to come together. Now I have seen that it's supposed to be like a different consistency because it's not like other flour. Alright, I think that will work. It's still kind of sticky to me. Alrighty. So what I'm going to do is just going to cover this up. And sit over here on this light that over at on the stove. And we'll see what it looks like in a little bit. Alright. So let me go put this flour back in there because I don't want to throw it away. Now I'm gonna wash my hands. I got stuff on my hands. Hey, Joy and Donnie. Oh, bread. My guess was cookies for your granddaughter. I was supposed to make them the other Monday and I didn't get to it. Alrighty. I'm going to dry my hands. I'll put a timer on the phone. Oh goodness, I got the hiccups. Alright, we're going to put all this over here. And clean this up right here. That won't be so sticky. Alrighty. Now I'm going to drain the water off this. These are the split peas. Didn't make it. So, all right. Now, I've seen this done a few different ways. My little sister. Hey, Brandon and Ash. My little sister's name is Carolyn. Oh, that's so cute. Did you know that my dad named me and one of the choices was Carla? He had 4 names picked out when my sister was born. Carol Jean, Karma Rose, and Carla Rose. She got Carol Jean and I got Karma Rose. Oh my goodness. Doing good. School called my middle name was Christine. My nickname was supposed to be Chris, but my mom forgot and kept me calling me Carla. Oh goodness. Never had a nickname. Yeah, me neither. Oh, except my pastor always called me Fancy Nancy. No, it's Carolyn. I know, that's so cool. Christine is Ash's middle name, actually. Oh, that's cool. So I don't think these are soaked enough to where, like, I could use the masher to mash them. No, didn't think so. All right. So I gotta get the blender now. know, I have an idea. Instead of pulling that blender out, because that thing is loud and my son is asleep. I'm going to put these on the light and let them cook till they like almost soft, and then we'll see how that works. Because that's what I was thinking about doing, was after the live I would make hey Misha, oh okay sweet, was making the cookies after the live. Then I got to thinking, if I pull that blender out, I mean, y'all, the little blender, the hand mixer, does it make noise? I really don't want to do that. Even though they probably really wouldn't hear anything, I'm not going to be the one yelled at, how can you wake me up? Not on a work night. So I'll make the cookies tomorrow. But yeah, what I'm going to do is cook the lentils, and we'll see how it turns out that way. That way, if that's an idea, then that's something we can go with. But I'm gonna let we're letting this dough rise for 30 minutes, and we'll see how that is. And then we're going to use the pans and Misha sent. See, that's sitting right there on the stove. It's nice and warm. So we're gonna try to make this rye bread, because we got a snowstorm coming Sunday. So the bread I had made and put in the freezer, I took it out and thawed it out, was using it and everything after I broke the Daniel fast because of the food reaction. And I was like, I went in the other freezers. I was like, I know I had more bread in there. Couldn't find that sucker for nothing. I'm like, oh, okay, here we go. I gotta make something. I know, all busy and listening. That's right. Hey, that's good. That's good with me. I can talk your ear off. Y'all should know when I start getting tired, because I'll go, so. Yeah, but, then so sometimes we just use the word so in the sentence. Yep. But when I start really saying it a lot, that's when y'all know I'm like winding down. But I've been good. Let me take a sip of tea. So Wednesday night, I was showing everybody I made me some new lotion, because I thought maybe it was the castor oil or the olive oil, and everything. So, I dumped all the other stuff, made new stuff, and then made a new thing of lotion, which is for Our Treasure Home. That was part of the videos I'm supposed to be editing, but the phone has done something weird with the stuff on the phone and my photos and stuff. So I made, and I did frankincense. I used frankincense essential oil. And I know it's a calming oil. It's supposed to be calming and everything. Are you relaxed? Not tonight. So I made that Monday, and for like 3 days, I'm like, why am I so tired during the day? Because I put it on in the morning and everything. I just don't put it on my arm here. I was all over my arms, my shoulders. I put it on my face, and on my knees, and on my feet, and everything. Couldn't figure out, why was I so tired? Yeah, I did not use that today. So yeah, I'm like, oh, what a difference. I used it last night instead. Oh, I'm going to tell you, I slept really good last night. I might have some weird dreams, but I slept really good. So I did went ahead yesterday, since I didn't use anything. This is not what I wanted to see. I've got white flower on my mother's ring. So yesterday I went ahead, since I didn't have any lotion or anything on, I was like, let me test out the castor oil because I want to see if it was that. Maybe it was essential oils that I had in there or something. So I made my dropper bottle. I put rosehip, castor oil, neem oil, and just olive oil. I didn't put any scents in it whatsoever. Nothing. Well, yesterday I put castor oil right here on my arm. No reaction whatsoever. I had already been itching all day yesterday anyway. I know that's from something I'm eating. So put that on here. Didn't itch all day. About an hour. It was fine. A couple hours later, it was fine. So today, no reaction or anything. So I know it's not the castor oil. So I was like, thank the Lord. I was like, kind of like half a bottle still. I'm like, oh, I don't want to throw that away. Oh, I don't. All right, come on. I might have to go get an. All right, there it goes. Actually, this ring really does need to be cleaned. We're eating popcorn upstairs. I think I got kernels stuck. Ah, there it goes. So this is my mother's / grandmother's ring that the kids got me when Anastasia was 1 year old. Well, this ring's 11 years old. And it definitely needs a good cleaning. All right, there we go. At least I got the bread flour off of it. So I made that today and put it on, and everything was fine. So I was like, didn't use any of the mint, like peppermint or anything, lemon balm, essential oil, all those I have. I do have eucalyptus. That I did find out that I still can use that. I can still use sandalwood and lang lang, vanilla, but the other ones I can't. Maybe a citronella I can still use. So I'm like, wonderful. And there goes the water. No. I heard it blowing. I was coming. Do not let the smoke alarm go off. Could that be a no-no? No. Get that water up right there. In the phone. All right, we're good. Turn the light down before you put it back on. There we go. See, I heard it blowing. I didn't think it was going to do that. Makes me think of a couple of songs. You know? That back burner we don't use where the kettle's at because it just makes, and that's a brand new burner and everything. They fixed that while I was on my trip. And this is just an old stove. So, so we're going to let that boil for 15 minutes and then we'll see how that goes. But yeah, today is just, and I haven't, just salt and my turmeric, and that's all I've had. So, and it's gone down compared to what it was Wednesday night. It's just at nighttime sometimes it does. And I know if I put long sleeves on, that's why I had the jacket on, it seems to go down. So this also could be because, being when I bend my arm and everything. So I have long sleeve shirts that aren't heavy, but a light, like long sleeve shirt that I can wear. So I'll be putting that on. But like I said, here later, get hot, then I get cold, and then I get hot, then I get cold. I'm just like, man, we're all dogs here. I've already gone through the change of life. That's not supposed to happen anymore. So I was like, well, I got it's the maroon one that I have. It has the little hood on it. I've worn it in videos, and I wear a different shirt, like a little tank top thing underneath of it and everything, because it's so thin. I've got a blue one and a maroon one that I can switch back and forth and everything. So, I mean, I had long sleeves on yesterday and everything. It was still itching. So I believe once I start, back on, almost a week. So I was like a week and a half on the Daniel fast, and it was clearing up really well until I ate the thyme with the eggs, and that just like, that did it. That day I was like, I will not have thyme right now. It's from Walmart, but like I said, when I was growing it last year in the garden, it's mountain, tastes like motor oil. So and people that supposed to know herbs really well and everything, I've messaged them, I've made comments on their videos. I haven't heard anything back from them. So I'm just like, oh well, yeah, I'll just have to do my own thing. So, and then the oregano, it's still out there in the big planter, and it's like, it's just as green as it was before the snow. I am mostly completely off of one of my pain meds now, but my pain is coming back with a vengeance, especially at night. I could really use your guys' prayers. Definitely praying, Carmen. I understand, but believe me, I understand. My love tip. Y'all have seen me walking. It was getting so much better. I mean, it hurt, but not like the get up and almost fall on the floor hurt. And as soon as I had to eat that bread, I'm really thinking it's gluten also. So I know, so I understand. I understand, Karma. It's like we take 2 steps forward, or is it 1 step forward and 2 steps back? And I'm like, come on, this has got to do something. Lemon balm is another one that I've got to be careful of using. I have some lemon balm tea up in the cabinet, so I might try that again after 40 days. We'll see. Because lemon balm's in the mint family. But like I said, last year when I grew it, it tasted just like lemon balm. So it's just like wonderful. I want to try to grow hyssop again, but I might order it from another place instead of using what I got from the collab last year. It grew, but it didn't have the purple flowers. It didn't bolt or anything like that, like it was supposed to, so I could get seeds from it. So I thought that was pretty weird. How, it grew, but it didn't have any flowers on it whatsoever. And it got the sunlight like it was supposed to get. I'm curious to see what's going to grow out in the front. It'd be nice if my mullein comes up in my evening primrose. Hyssop, I know, hyssop is in the family. I know. I'm just like, but hyssop is what they used in the Bible to sit there and use for ailments and everything. I'm like, okay, all right, Lord, what's going on? Like I said, the hyssop tastes like hyssop, and so did my stevia. So, and I'm looking at getting some more planters, especially the big whiskey barrel ones, like I have out back, because I could put them out in the front if nothing's going to grow right there except where the Bells of Ireland's at. I could put those two there and make those like flower beds and everything. I'm not sleeping. I just did the final step down before stopping completely. So that has a lot to do with that, I'm sure. I was doing so incredibly well, but so frustrating. I know. Then you go back in your mind, okay, I was doing this, and this one this day. What did I do the next day? Did I do anything different? Did I eat anything different? Did I put on anything different? I don't use perfume or anything. We don't use no smelly stuff. I use a bar of ivory soap. So I'm like, okay, so nothing topical that I can think of. So I was like, so I go back to, I write down what I eat and everything. And I'm just like, I don't know. I know it's like I don't go to use that spice Mr. Time anymore. Because basil, and I was using basil, but I think I mixed the basil and the thyme together. So that's why it didn't bother me as much or something or another. But, when you taste something and it just tastes off, you've had it for years, you've ate it for years. It's like spaghetti and everything. And then all of a sudden, it just doesn't taste right. And you're like, there's a possibility that it's not the whole mint family. Might be just certain plants. See, that's what I was thinking. It may not be all of them. So, Heather, Milk and Honey Heritage Farms, Heather, we do sewing on Our Treasure Home on Monday nights. She grows her own. Well, she's got a big farm, so she's got some dried herbs and everything. So we're doing a swap. So she's gonna send me some of her rosemary and mullein. That time. Oh goodness gracious! I'll just look at it and see. So my thinking is, somebody who grows it on their own farm, is not processed and everything else. Maybe that's the difference. So, rosemary and lavender. So, and she has mullein also. So I'm just like, because I want to start doing, yes, homegrown makes a difference too. What they put on the stuff you buy at the store is not good. Exactly. And I'm not saying anything bad about the person that I bought the seeds from, but it could have been wherever she's at. Something could have happened. Something could have gotten into the soil or something other. So I'm thinking maybe, see if Heather's rosemary doesn't affect me and the lavender. And if that's the case, then, we'll either barter with something or another, or I'll just pay her to share some seeds. Because I was like, I know I can grow things. I did last year. And another thing the whiskey barrels for is because I want to do some tomatoes, some yellow tomatoes, because they have less acid in it. Since I did so well with the yellow pear tomato, which I'm going to grow again, I was like, oh, okay. So, because someone asked, why don't you can you grow a yellow tomato, or whatever, and make tomato sauce or tomato paste out of that? I'm like, I'm quite sure you can because it's still a tomato. It's just going to be yellow instead of red. So, and then Robin was saying, Garden State so-and-so. Now, I haven't seen Robin for the last couple of nights, so I'm wondering if she's doing all right. Because I think she had a doctor's appointment and stuff, and she's been hurting also. She said the purple tomato is supposed to have less acid in it also. So I'm like, well, that'd be good because maybe it is the acid in the red tomatoes that I've always had heartburn ever since I was a teenager after eating spaghetti. We always thought it was the peppers. Well, now I want you to know tomatoes and peppers are in the nightshade family. So I might have had this issue for, 56, that's 40 years. So 40 years of inflammation, it's like it's going to take a while to get it out of my body. 40 days? The reason I changed it, because Wednesday night I talked about the Daniel fast, and I did start that and Lent at the same time because I want to see, what's going on. So that's why I was making this bread because I want some bread, and that's my bread spoon. And I can't use that one. So I'll use this one. Oh yeah, they get nice and soft. Let me turn that back up. Oh yes. So that might just work with the lentil. Let's see what our timer is on. 3 minutes and 42 seconds. So we'll just turn this oven back on, and then we'll check the bread in a minute. Normally we usually, remember, we used to put butter and then in there and wipe it down and everything. Let me go back to the old way. Well, I'm going to just do the oil. I should have got the fire over here. But that should be all right. I do have parchment paper. I think I'll put a piece of parchment paper in here. So it'll look weird at the bottom. It'll look weird at the bottom. And that'll be alright. I'm going to be the only one eating it anyway. So this is what I still have. Well, this is all that I have of the lentils, but this is the gallon. That should be the gallon. A half gallon. Because it says 4 pints. 6. That's cups right there. So it's 2, 4, 6 cups. So it might be. Anyway, this is what I have. With not all I have. I still got frozen ones. Did you knead the dough for 10 minutes before rest time? I don't think so. We were kneading it together, and I was keep stirring it and stirring it. So I don't ever really do that because I know I'm supposed to, but it's hard to stand here And then I forget to get the Ninja because I've got the dough part of the Ninja thing that I could put together. That's the interesting place to have a parchment paper and easy. We don't use the dishwasher because we were doing an experiment because the water bill was kept going up. So we figured it was the dishwasher doing it, so we didn't use the dishwasher and the water bill stayed the same. But we know what's going on with that. So, but yeah, it's more of a storage now. It's got the like your Ziploc bags, cling wrap, parchment paper, some utensils like the strainer over there, and at the bottom it's got pitchers, like water pitchers, the plastic water pitchers. See, I think I had those the other day. And then I got my canning jars and lids in there just to keep them off the counter. Alrighty. Let's see. Oh, yeah, it did rise. Look at that. All right. That looks pretty good. So, what is that spoon? I am not going to even try to mold this thing. Alright. I'll spread out some and try to, because it's still more of a sticky than anything. Alright, that's it, because it's going to be on the spoon. Alright, here we go. 30 minutes. Woohoo! Alright, now we're going to check on these lentils and see how they are. I think that'd be pretty cool to, because I think I still have some, next question. We're going to squish and squish and squish. See if we can get this. Get off that light. It's getting there. So, set that right there. Turn that back up. So, put the timer on for 30 minutes for the bread. Alrighty. Temperature is cooling off in the RV. I believe it because it's like supposed to be 28 tonight. It's 35. Well, let's see. It is now, still says 35, feels like 30. And then I asked my son, are we leaving the 20? Thank you, girl. This says 34, feels like 25. We're leaving the AC on tonight. He goes, yeah. I'm like, okay, I don't think he knows what the temperature's going to be like in the morning. But to him, he's always hot. Well, one reason, when he was born, he had a temperature 101.1. So nobody could hold him until the time his fever went down. So he's always been hot. I mean, if your room is cold, just let him walk in, and then within 5 minutes, you're not cold anymore because his body just exudes heat, just the way he is. So I've always had to have it down low. I mean, there's times when he was in his dangerous age, we had the AC on in the wintertime because he just can't get too hot or he'll have a nosebleed. So when it's been 28, 20 degrees or so, we've enjoyed it because, the heat would kick on. We had it set like 63, 62. It would kick on, especially when it's 10 degrees or it's -5 outside. But for the most part, it stays cool upstairs when it's that cold outside. When I told him down here, it don't bother me. I just come over here and cook something. He let the oven heat up, and it'll heat up down here. Or I've got plenty of long sleeve shirts and the sweater and the crochet blankets and everything. I'm said I'm good. But I don't think he looked at what it was going to be like tonight. So, but that's all right. He's just like wondering what's going to look like Sunday. So Sunday it's supposed to start snowing. Saturday night it's supposed to start snowing around 8 o'clock. I'm sorry, I could think of googles because it says 25% will wake up to be 6 inches of snow. And it snow all day. Yeah, snow all day Sunday. And Monday. So I'll start Saturday night all day Sunday to Monday morning. And then Monday evening. I just think it's hilarious because we go from one extreme to the other. And last year, year before last, in the middle of February, all of a sudden, it's so warm. All of a sudden, we had a tornado warning. He goes, I have never seen it where we have a tornado warning in the middle of winter. I'm like, that's the way the weather is right now. On Instagram, her name, not her name, but what they go by is Old Hippie Homestead. And I sat there and told Anastasia, yeah, Old Hippie Homesteaders. Then they live in the, I think it's Sierra Mountains of California. They got 6 feet of snow. I'm like, can you? It's like I could imagine like 3 feet because I've seen 3 feet, but I like snow like it was on Little House on Prairie when they did that one episode where it was up to the window of the house and he had to have a rope to go from the house to the barn. That's how deep their snow is. And I'm just like, oh my goodness. No, I can't. It's not like YouTube where I can stop the video. But as soon as she turns the phone around, There. That's what's on their house. And it's like, their house, that's like a lot of snow on the roof. And then when she turns, now that is 8 feet. And that's only from the ground to the top right there is 8 feet. And look how close that is to up to the roof of that. And I'm just like, she goes, it's bad. She goes, they've had snow before, but not like that. And then they had those avalanches in is it Tahoe? Tahoe, I say Lake Tahoe, but out in California, they had all those avalanches out there. I'm not getting smashed. All right. That's doing good. Hey, that's a workout for your arm. It's getting there. Now it looks like pea soup. Interstate 50 was closed last weekend with all the snow. Oh my goodness. Yes, the areas had been seeing a lot of snow this year. Had avalanches, one killed several people in Tahoe. Yeah, I thought they said it was like Weatherman Plus said it was 14 people or something like that. 7 people. They rescued 6. I think were pronounced deceased, and then one that was still missing. I haven't heard the latest on that one. But I'm just like, And that's been a long time since I've heard things about avalanches in the mountains and everything, and because they just haven't had the snow like that to have those warnings. And believe me, I love snow. Yeah, I know I love snow. 3 feet or so, that'll be all right. The last snow, my door-in-law goes, I don't want snow. We open up the door and that's all right there. You can't see nothing. I said, you better have a ton of food then. Because if you ain't prepared with your food, you ain't going to be able to get out to go to no store. So that's why I was like, because they they keep changing it with this snow coming Sunday. They're like, I got to dig in that freezer. I would see I know there's supposed to be bread in there. There's supposed to be rolls. So I have to look in there. But then I'm just going ahead and use the King Arthur's flour and make some bread and everything for me, because I don't. Not that I can't use a Sara Lee. I just don't want to use a Sara Lee because it's made with milk or it's processed on machines in the same facility of machines that process milk products and stuff. So I'm just like, that's okay. I'm good. I'll make my own. I can always use almond milk if I want a milk bread, or make buttermilk and make buttermilk biscuits or something other like that. Oh, that sounds good. You know, it's flaky old, I tell you, it's old timey. But they're square and there's like the buttermilk. Like, think of Hardee's. Have y'all, I think it'd be Carl's out west or something, but Hardee's and their buttermilk biscuits. Oh my goodness, those things are the best. Their biscuits and chicken. That stuff I miss. And it was KFC now, but it was Kentucky Fried Chicken. Man, that was what we did on a lot of time on Sundays. Now my mom would make the sides. We would make the mashed potatoes, green beans, or butter beans, or whatever else. Yeah, Carl's Jr. or KFC. Yeah. And me, I would go with my dad. We'd go get 2 big buckets of chicken, of legs, thighs, breast. One would be regular. Then it came out with the extra crunchy and everything. And I was like, you got 2 buckets of chicken. I mean, the big buckets of chicken. It was like $10, maybe, if that, somewhere like that. And it was like, that was the best thing. We had that for lunch, and the leftovers were for dinner before you went to church that night. And then we ate stuff when we came home from church. Well, I remember when I finally got to where I was in the youth group. Oh, yeah. Go to Shoney's after church and get a hot fudge sundae. That's what we used to do. We didn't do it all the time, but we used to do it. Alrighty, let me get this over here. I'm sitting here thinking about something. How loud that thing would be. Alright, let me turn this down. Alright. So this is what the lentils look like. So they're soft enough. Oh yeah. Now I can sit here and do this. I have an immersion blender. Now with Anastasia jumping, I will say with Anastasia jumping around, they don't hear that. But they're in the back room, and she's up here in the front room. Oh yeah, see, that works out. Keep on mashing. Monster mash. Alright. How much to the consistency that I want to have? Not like it would be like a flour base or anything. So we're going to sit here. Still going to use just this pan because I want to see something. All right. So I'm going to get an egg. So I might have to go back and get some flour and everything. So instead of dirtying this up, I'm just going to do it right here in this pot. Save a little bit on cleaning. Clean you closer. Because The flour that's over here, this is all-purpose flour. And every time I use that to make cookies, I get heartburn. And that's supposed to be a GMO flour. So I don't know. Alright. So this in here really well. Not to where it's cooked in here. Alright. So that's the consistency. I'm put that just like that here. Let me go get that flour. I could use a rock flour. I wonder how that works. Alrighty. I'm gonna do half of a fourth of a cup at a time and mix this together. Right. Let me turn the light on because I'm gonna get the skillet. Rice flour. I do have some rice. I think I've got some rice flour left over. I may have used all that up. I have tapioca flour. No, I have tapioca starch. I used all my rice flour up. So, because in the rice that was in there, I was using that too. So, like I said, I'm just doing this on the fly. Like everything I do. And I do have recipes I do go by. Okay. Let's get a little bit of oil in here. I mean, it's coming together like I want it to, and not at the same time, because I think it's cooking more than it is because it's in the pan. But so I'm going to get this going, and then maybe more like a fritter than a burger. How about that? Well, it might come out like I want it. I don't put too much in there because I want to have room so I can flip them. Lentil tortillas. There you go. That's another idea because, like I said, I only have this jar of lentils. I've got 3 bags in the freezer on top of the fridge and 2 or 3 more bags in the big freezer. So I was like, I've got plenty of lentils. And plus, they don't cost that much in the store. Alrighty. We have 9 minutes and 28 seconds left on the timer for the bread. So, we're going to get that up. And I'm going to go ahead and just cook these because I put that egg in there and I'm like not going to eat it without cooking it. Though it's probably cooking in here anyway. That's the fun thing about cooking. Just, trying something new, putting it all together. Some recipes I do need to go by. Some I don't. And I've noticed right through here is swollen a little bit. So it's like that. So between the bread and he knows, and like I said, I'm not going back to that same allergy, so I'm gonna wait till like the springtime, get through like April and call and make an appointment. I talked about Wednesday about the colonoscopy. I did call and cancel that today. And they go, "You want to reschedule?" I'm like, "No, I'll call back." And I told them it was transportation issues, which is true. So I'm like, "No, I'm good. I'm good with that." Check the bread at about 8 minutes. Okay. I know I'm tempted. I want to open it up and see what it looks like, but I was like, "No, don't do that. It's not like other bread." 6.5 minutes now. It smells really good, though. It's going to be the taste test is how it's going to taste. Because I wanted to use that oat flour up, and I was like, I could use that with making another bread or whatever. I was like, oh, let's just try this out and see how it goes. Because only one video I found someone who used rye flour, just rye flour. Everybody else used like rye flour and a mix of other bread flour or all-purpose flour or this flour or a different flour. It has a window, but the oven light doesn't work. And it's been changed and it still doesn't work. So yeah, it has a window. But I can see it a little bit. I don't think if I put my flashlight on, I could see it. I think I see was the cup tail reflection. Yeah, because now this oven has been in here for like 5 years now. So I gotta remember it's 2026, not 2025. So that's 6 years, almost 6 years, and that was the second one, second or third one that he did was move from one. If it was an empty apartment, they would just swap them out. I'm like, well, that does no good. And if you get new ones, the price of rent goes over $1,000. And I'm like, no, I don't think so. I'm good. I could take that and pay a mortgage every month. Kind of, sort of. We're still waiting for the prices to go down around here. And if for some reason we get our gas from Indiana, that doesn't. I'm like, why? Why? I don't know. I hear this. Oh yeah, they're nice and frying up now. There you go. Oh, there goes the hip. So, well, I say it's my hip, and it's back here that hurts. And the chiropractor goes, well, that's not your hip. Your hip is right here. I'm like, it doesn't matter. It still hurts back all from here all the way around. He goes, well, that's not your hip. I'm like, whatever. He can go jump in a lake. And he was the same one that gave me the cortisone shots to end up giving me 3 blood clots. And I'm just like, I don't think so. Poor thing has electrical issues or has all that stuff. I don't want it sticking. Like, not yet. Alrighty. Makes me think of corn fritters. One thing I've been doing, I've been using coconut. They got the refined coconut, but the solid coconut. I've been using that to cook my eggs in the morning, and that's like, that's just like really makes them taste really good. Well, that is, and then I didn't put no salt in there, so, oh well. Whoop! I'll mix it all up. Just a few more minutes and I get the bread out. We'll see how that is. Spread the salt around. Oh yeah, Nancy, let it cook. It'll be fine. Then it'll be easy to flip. 1 minute. Woohoo! All right, I'm gonna put this flour over here. Get an oven mitt out so that I can grab the pan. Get one to put the bread on. All right. "30 seconds. Let me know when it's 10 and we'll count it down." But I know I've lost weight. Okay, these pants were big before, but these pants are like huge on me now. So I know I've lost weight because here, I can fit 2 of me in here now. Beep. Alrighty. It looks done. Like I said, it's going to look funny anyway because I didn't smooth it out and everything. Like a nice loaf and all. Here's that one piece I put in there. That's nice and crunchy. Oh my goodness, that is so good. Alright, so yeah, that turned out really well. That there, that there, and that. Let that cool down. Now y'all can see it. So like I said, Yeah, we did it on a fly type of thing. I will do another one and do a video to let it really rise for an hour and everything. But that looks good to me. I gotta see if it's done. Another good old knife test. Huh? Came out clean. Came out clean. Came out clean. So there we go. Well, that tastes good with some butter on it. And then we're going to try with these. Oh, stuck to the pan. Ah! Well, I thought it had a nice crust on it, but it doesn't. That's stuck to the pan. A little bit more oil. So that one has a nice crust to it though. On one side. Allow it to stick to the pan. Alrighty. So that's what the split pea burger looks like. Mock burger. Because that's what it is. It's stuck to the pan. I'm saying it's stuck to the pan. So a nice crust on the bottom. I thought it would be. Check temperature. I see if it's 200. At 120, 126, 131, 135, 39, 143, 46, 49, 151, 155, 156, 159, 160. That's in there. 164, 165, 166. Oh, it's slowing down. I can change from that number. Alright, so let's see. Let me go in this way. So at 162, 164, 67, Right now it's 170, 71, 72. Okay, I can see it. There you go. Now, I don't know if it's because I've got it had it out before we start doing this. I still have the oven on if I have to put it back in there. All right, we're going to taste this. I ain't done. I stepped on 178. Yeah, that's not done yet either. Miss Carla, do I need to put it back in the oven? Alrighty. I'm going to put that back in there. And I did the same thing. Oh, now it wants to crisp up on the other side. Okay, I see you. Like a crispy burger. I'm going to give that a few more minutes. Lentils scramble. Now, I know. Alright, so this side was cooking a little bit longer. So I'm going to sit here, let that sit and cool off for a second or so. Not, now, not, no. Oh, okay. Here we go. Yeah, that's better. Just that one. Oh, that's good. Green onions. Oh my goodness, yes it would be. That turned out really well. Now I'll let y'all know Monday night when I treasure home if I have a reaction to the flour. I don't think I will. Because I've used the King Arthur's bread flour before. And I've done okay. It's just the all-purpose flour. For some reason I would have heartburn. Oh yeah, and girl, oh yeah, definitely. Definitely jazz it up a little bit more. And you put other different herbs in there. But yeah, the side over here that I got, that's more done than this side. But yeah, that I like that. Now just get the right temperature in the pan to make it more. Now it would have done well if it hadn't stuck to the pan. It would flip like it was supposed to. It would have been my lentil burger. That'd be my lunch tomorrow. I do have ginger. And the salt did help. The salt does help. So I'm saying that makes me think how many times you see people do things so perfectly on their videos and everything. How many times they mess up. Yeah, and then they edit. You know, they edit this and edit that. There we go. That looks really good. I'm going to, well, I can save that for tomorrow. Just put that in a container, stick it in the fridge, and that way I can do something with that tomorrow. I'm gonna put some mustard on it. I want to see. Alrighty. Now let's see how it tastes with mustard. And spread it all on there. Tastes like a hamburger. I mean, you can tell it's different than a hamburger, than the meat, but with mustard on there and your condiments and everything. Right, there you go. I can do that tomorrow. That tastes like a hamburger now. Now, that gives me an idea the next time is to add mustard to the mix and let mustard be in the middle of, like you would with hamburger. Put all, when people put ketchup and mustard and everything to the hamburger and they cook it and everything. That'd be something cool to do with that too. All right. Let's see here. Put that there. I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. Pull this back out. And then we're going to test this again. Yep. And hopefully to turn it on. Alright, there we go. $130, $134, $138, $141. Okay, if I don't look at it, I'll do what it's supposed to do. $159, $160. Nope, it's still gonna get up to 200. But they say an inspection only have to cook it 30 minutes. And that's on the package. So, oh well, there we go. That's a fun little thing to do. Alrighty. Let's pull this out. Don't touch that pan. There we go. There's the rye bread. It's not pretty, but I guess I'll do. We won't even try to cut it when it's hot. As I say, nope, I don't think it's done. See, it's right there. That's not done at all. Alrighty, so back in the pan it goes. I probably will put, do this for a little bit longer and everything. Oh, well, I'll sit here and do other things. So, it's only 12:30 here. It's probably, what is it? Karma's only, it's only 10:30 there, hers place. And then I'm trying to think. Okay, so Misha's only an hour behind. Karma's 2 hours behind. And Miss Carla's, you're 3 hours behind. So if y'all willing to stay on for another 30 minutes, I'm game. We'll see if we get this bread done. It'll be helpful if I put it back in the oven. Alright. So, now I gotta clean up. Maybe. I really do. I'll put this back over here. Put this back down here. Alright. So I'm going to put this in a bowl and cook that in the morning or tomorrow. Alrighty. I'm folding laundry, so bake away. Okay. Oven's very temp, so the time is approximately. Yeah, that's true. And this thing is, oh my goodness. It was, I would say Thanksgiving 2020. Maybe even not even that. I remember 2019. They just finished cooking the turkey and everything, and they put the green bean casserole in there, and the sweet potato and everything, and it wasn't cooking, and we couldn't figure out what was going on. The burner in the oven had gone out. I'm just like, so that's when they changed it the first time. So I think it might still be the same oven. He just changed it. The third time, he just changed the burner down at the bottom. But my son and daughter-in-law changed all these burners and fixed everything up on the top when I was in Gatlinburg and everything. And they said it's bad. If they go out again, it's going to have to be a new stove. I'm like, we just don't want maintenance in here because, let's see, what's the word I want to use? Not trustworthy. But this is really good. Alrighty, I'm gonna put the timer on for another 30 minutes. There we go. All right. All right. We wash stuff. We wash it separately. They had chili, so I cleaned the pot that had the chili in it. But then I gotta clean the sink because if it's got residue of tomatoes or the hamburger or anything, then I'll definitely have a reaction. I don't know about y'all, but I like that. The way we grew up, you let things soak in the water so it get all loosened up. So when you go to sleep and pee, the little garage disposal noise. You don't hear that. You'll hear the other. That's the funny thing. They won't hear that, but they hear the other. We want to. We can. We want to see. I can only imagine two today. Oh, how was that? Okay, 15 instead of 30. All right. So that's 10 minutes now instead. Very good. I had something in my eye. Oh my! Oh yeah, I know. I understand that. Yep, we got spit please slop. The only thing I wished a long time ago, um, that when we wanted to go down and learn things from my aunts, my dad's sisters, and all, that they had let us go down there. But I don't know, cause I wanted to go learn, cooking and their different things they had and everything. I think they were too afraid somebody step up and tell me the truth. That's what I think it was, because like, goodness gracious, people make mistakes. Get over, they need to get over that. Now it comes up. Since it's nice and soaking, alrighty. I'll turn that on just a little bit. Now this pan I'll let soak overnight. And I did have their recipes at one time, and they moved so much that they got lost. Very good. Yeah, something I don't know. Well, we haven't been to the movie theater, oh my goodness, since 2019. I know I haven't in a long time. I'm good just watching whatever's on TV, YouTube. I'll put somebody's channel on and I'll just let it run. Just run. I like it. To me, there's really nothing interesting anymore on TV. And then when I do start looking at the shows and everything, even the old shows like I have, with all the stuff that was come out about Hollywood, I'm like, I really don't even want to watch this. I'm thankful for Angel Studios making Christian films. Exactly. Oh, I do have an Angel. I guess I want to say app or whatever, but yeah, I can. But I can't. You have to subscribe to it. But we do have that option on our TV now. Last thing I remember in the theater was the remake of Godzilla. Oh goodness. Let's see. The first thing I saw in the theater was The Great Muppet Caper. And then Halloween 2. My best friend, me, her brother, and their neighbor who went to the movie theater. And some guy had the mask and came out from behind the curtain, from behind the screen, the movie screen. He about got trampled on. I mean, not really trampled on, but yeah, he had to run really fast because the guys in the theater got up and went after him. The first movie was E.T. with my aunt and uncle. That's so cool. And then I took my sons to the movie, got pickpocket, and Didn't realize until we went to go leave. But I should have dawned on me. I was doing security and a guy bumped into me. I should have known something. And then I've lost pictures and everything. So I had to get a new, all that. Driver's license, social security card, and all that. That was back in 1998, 99. Yeah. That was the first time I got pickpocketed again. A couple of years later. I can't remember the second one. But I'm just like, and I was doing security, so I didn't have it like a purse or anything. So it was and I think it was in my coat pocket. Not sure what first movie I saw was. I looked up Angel app, and they mislead you into thinking that they are the only place to view the movies they show. A lot of movies are old and can be seen on other platforms. Oh, okay. There's another one. Oh my goodness. I cannot remember. It's another platform. Came out way before Angel. Nancy, where did you go to the movies when they pickpocket? Oh, I was in Richmond, Virginia. The mall. Well, there was a movie theater by the mall, and then there was one by the Putt Putt. And Putt Putt's not there anymore, but that's where we went to. Are you thinking Pureflex? Yeah, I'm thinking of Pureflex. And yeah, Putt Putt golf and games aren't there anymore. I don't know what's there anymore. Anything's changed. I still remember the Boston Strangler movie at the drive-in theater. But I still remember getting to have bonbons. Yeah. And we had a drive-in theater too. Well, they still had one here for years. But I think they closed that one down 6 years. Oh, they still use it for like a flea market type thing, you know. So, and the one in Virginia, they do the same thing. I don't even know what it's called. I can't remember the name of it, but it's not even a drive-in theater anymore. They use it for a big, huge flea market, and especially during the summer. But yeah, it was a movie theater. Oh my goodness, now I can't remember what movie it was. It might have been a Power Rangers movie that we went to go see. I think that's what it was. Then a few years later, I think. Oh, or that might have been the second time. That may have been the second time it happened. Oh, but I know I've been pickpocketed twice. The movie theater is one I remember the most. Friendly is a cheap streaming movie app, I think. Yeah, that's something else they've come out with. I hear that commercial all the time, and it's just like, I want to get mad. I get friendly. I'm like, people could take that so many different ways. Unbelievable. All right, we got a few seconds left. This chair sits slow. Turn that light off. Get these back out. Yeah, because we noticed also when they bake the potatoes, this on 350, it takes the potatoes a long time to cook. And it's like, it shouldn't be like that. And there goes the temper. I I'm not letting it cool. See, it still kind of looks. That's not done either. Okie dokie. I'm just going to let it sit. I'm not putting it back in there. Now just don't hit the pan. You know. If I had a home, I would probably stream Filling Up just for the movies during holidays. I enjoy watching movies at the campground cabin for a month. I know. Y'all had so much fun. Maybe $350 in your oven is only $300. See, that's what I'm thinking. We thinking that the temperature's off. So I've got to look into get one of those temperature things that you can set in the oven and actually find out what this temperature is, because I don't think it's correct by a long shot. Huh. So, but I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to get off. I appreciate y'all being here and staying long and everything. Well, this is live. Does it really work? Does it not work? How does it, yeah, you gotta see it. So just taste the slices tomorrow. Yeah, I do. Exactly. So y'all have a wonderful and blessed night. God bless. Stay safe. We love y'all. And we'll see you next time on Cooking Dairy Free and Alpha-Gal Nancy. I would like Up Faith and Family. Ooh, that sounds good. Oh my goodness. Anyway, we'll talk about more about those different ones and see what we can come up with. So y'all have a wonderful night.